Suicide is a suicide. What's good, everybody? It's Abwon, and if you haven't heard, Suicide Squad has been getting some rotten reviews, and not just because the name of the website is called Rotten Tomatoes. The critics say it sucks, it's horrible, suicide trash, it's terrible. So bad that the chick that plays Harley Quinn even came out and had to say something to him. That's how you know people getting salty. Not a good look. Anyway, I still said I'm going to review this movie. I'm still going to watch this movie. I walked into it with an open mind, like I do every movie I review. And if the movie does so happen to be garbage, basura, I'm going to tell you exactly why it is. I'm not just going to say it sucks because it sucks. I'm going to tell you exactly why I didn't like it. I also got the afterthought section coming for you guys where other people give their honest opinions and views on the movie. So look out for that. And let's get it started. First things first. Obey a third Sprite. First things first. Anytime you have a movie with a plethora of dominant characters, there's always going to be maybe one or two characters that differentiate themselves. They stand out. Fast and Furious, you got Paul Walker, rest in peace, and Vin Diesel. The Matrix, you got Keanu Reeves and Hugo Weaving. Straight Outta Compton, you got Ice Cube and Eazy-E. And in this movie, at first I thought it was going to be the Joker and Harley Quinn. But 15 minutes into the movie, I realized, no, this is a Will Smith movie, y'all. Like, it's a Will Smith movie with comic book characters in it. And some people may say, oh, well, that's a good thing. Like, Will Smith makes great movies. I like him, man. Fresh Prince is a classic show. I like Will Smith, too. Fresh Prince is a classic show. But let's not lie to ourselves, people. Will Smith hasn't put out a really, really, really good movie since, like, 7 Pounds. And I think I said this in one of my other reviews. Like, he's kind of got the whack juice right now. A lot of the movies he comes out with are forgettable. And I feel like that's why people, every time they see him in something new, they're like, oh man, Will Smith, that's my guy. And then you ask them, like, when's the last time he put out a good movie? They're like, okay. So his character being the man in this movie isn't a bad thing, because everything else is so awful about this movie that his character is probably like one of the lone bright spots in this film. And I feel like a lot of his scenes, the dialogue was probably improvised, because it's really it's more tolerable, I guess you can say, than the other characters' dialogue and the script, because it's that generic, to be honest with you. The action scenes are really good, and just Will Smith's character just dominates the screen sometimes. But my issue is Will Smith's character, even though he's supposed to be the main protagonist, has probably the least amount of backstory. You don't know where he got his abilities or skills from. You know, he's like a fake-ass Deadpool. We don't know where he got his abilities or skills from. We don't know anything about this man other than he loves his daughter. His wife, or his ex-wife, is not fit to be a mother, and that's it. And then there's other characters that have like maybe 4 or 5 flashback scenes that basically go through their entire origin. So that right there, I didn't really like it. And I was sitting here like, I know his character isn't this mysterious in the comic books. Why are they doing this for the film? You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about the dialogue, which is probably, no, it's not even probably, hands down, it's the worst part of this movie. The script is just so generic, and it's really racist, you know, in some scenes. Every character that is not white, basically, is like a mega stereotype of their character. First off, the fire guy, El Diablo, he's Mexican. They made this guy like the stereotypical Mexican gangbanger that you see like on Lockdown. They got Katana, the Asian chick with the sword. I didn't even know she was in this movie, to be honest with you. They made her like the stereotypical Asian chick, you know what I'm saying, that you see like in these old like Chinese martial art films. And then the way they depicted Killer Croc in this movie just proves once again that these Hollywood writers just don't know how to go about dealing with ethnic characters. I mean, it was bad. It was really bad when they introduced El Diablo as the burrito. Like that already right there rubbed me the wrong way. And then, excuse me, Killer Croc had this one scene, and the only reason why I'm bringing this scene up is because once this scene occurred, I walked out the movie and didn't even bother watching the rest. Now, luckily, it happened towards the end of the movie. But okay, for one, Killer Croc, they made this guy like your stereotypical Louisiana Bama, can't speak proper English. He talking all types of Ebonics. Like, he's just, it was just a mess. And then towards the end of the film, they save the day, right? And Viola Davis goes to them and says, "Oh, are there any requests that you guys have? Since you helped me out defeating this villain or whatever." Killer Croc comes along, and instead of this guy saying something like, "I got some serious eczema here," he says, "I want you to allow me to watch BET." And when I heard that, my jaw dropped to the floor. And I walked out. One of my other homies walked out. And everybody else that was watching that movie, they were sitting there like, wow, they really went there. Nobody was laughing. Nobody was laughing. Anyway, there are some positives to this movie. One, the soundtrack, the score, whatever. The music is really good in this movie. Not as good as like The Great Gatsby with the dude with Tobey Maguire. Not as good as that. But it's still pretty good. However, I felt like this movie was just 2-hour music video sometimes because scenes were always just moving in slow motion with like Evanescence playing in the background. It wasn't that bad to the point where you're just like, okay, what am I watching? But they just did it a little too much. But the music is still pretty good in my opinion. Secondly, the action is good in this movie, and there's a good amount of action scenes. You're not going to be bored. It is entertaining to some degree. But like I said, the dialogue, whether the dialogue's in a scene where they're trying to explain somebody's origin or if it's two people talking during a fight against some demons or whatever the hell they're fighting, the dialogue is just garbage. It sucks. You know what I mean? And it just ruins everything. If you want to put this movie on mute and do your own voiceovers, go right ahead, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be a lot better than this. Lastly, the visuals I thought were very good. Enchantress, they have like a few scenes where like the characters are exhibiting their abilities, I guess you could say. And I felt like Enchantress had the best looking ones. She was the best looking character. And the way she arrives after she's summoned, I felt was pretty dope. Aside from that, though, there's really not that many positives about this film. Now, the Joker. The Joker is a character that I have pretty high on that quote-unquote defining roles category. Roles like Jesus, Hitler, Tupac, the Terminator, things like that. Batman I have up there as well, but I feel like the Joker is higher on that list because whoever plays Bruce Wayne has the security blanket of having a stunt double do all of their action scenes as Batman. Because at the end of the day, we really just care about Batman. We really don't care about Bruce Wayne like that unless he's about to boink Catwoman. So when I found out that Jared Leto was playing him, I said, okay, I listened to 30 Seconds to Mars. I liked him in Fight Club. I don't really have a problem with Jared Leto, even though I heard he's like this self-absorbed, narcissistic human. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with him. So I said, okay, this could be a good thing. Let's see how his rendition of the Joker is. 1 second, the Joker's like this tatted up dude, like gang banger that looks like he just walked out of like a scene from Sons of Anarchy, and then the next he's straddling some dude like licking his neck like he's in a scene from Striptease. I didn't know what was going on. I guess they were trying to make him like overly eccentric, but it just didn't work. I didn't feel like the Joker was unpredictable like I felt in all the other movies with the Joker in it. I mean, nobody's going to top Heath Ledger. We all know that. But, bro, you got to at least attempt to be as good as Jack Nicholson, and you failed. But I don't blame Jared for that. This Joker is easily forgettable. The rest of this movie is easily forgettable. And that's why I give this movie a 4. I was going to give it like a 5.8 at first, definitely not at 6. I really thought about it. I said, you know what? Even though I walked out of the movie, I still didn't even care to watch what happened after that scene. I don't care what happened after the credits. I just don't care about the rest of the movie. I don't care about the movie at all. I don't want to watch it again. I'm giving this movie a 4. But you don't got to take my word for it. I got the afterthoughts. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit me up on Twitter at Abwon. I got a new series coming out for you guys in like maybe a week or 2 weeks or so. So stay on the lookout for that. Make sure you put your notifications on so you know when I put out new videos. And thanks for watching. Peace. Scale of 1 to 10. What you think about the movie?
I'm gonna give it a 5. 5.5.
What you think about the Joker?
I didn't see enough of the Joker to really give an accurate depiction of my opinion.
Gotcha. 1 through 10.
4.
What did you think about? Oh, Jesus, damn. What did you think about Deadshot?
I like Deadshot. I think they made it more or less the movie about him than anything else.
Okay. 1 through 10.
4.5, 5.
What do you think about Harley?
Honestly, I love her character. I think they did a great job casting Margot Robbie as her, but they didn't execute her enough. They didn't execute her properly in the movie.
Gotcha. 1 through 10.
I would give it a 6.
Okay.
6 out of 10.
What you think about the Enchantress?
I thought she was pretty badass in this movie.
I thought she looked pretty good on the screen, like with the visuals. But that's just me. 1 through 10, my man.
6?
Okay, you gave it a 6 too,
7.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Why not lower?
It wasn't that bad.
Why not higher?
I don't see the point of Harley Quinn.
Oh, yikes.
Oh!
What you think about Killer Croc?
He was alright. A little weird.
1 through 10.
5.
Okay. What did you think about the dialogue?
Very poor.
Oh my Lord. Okay, so I got one question. Out of this movie, Batman versus Superman and The Man of Steel, which is the best one?
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
Yeah, I think-
Slim pickings.
Oh.
What did you think?
If I honestly had to choose between the three, Man of Steel.
I would watch Batman versus Superman.
Okay. What?
Man of Steel.
I don't know. I don't think I saw it.
Oh damn. What about?
Man of Steel.
Yee. So out of this movie and Captain America.
Captain
Captain
America.
America.
Damn. Okay.
Damn.
At least everybody can't say like, yo, this guy is just all about Marvel, like blah blah blah.
For all the hype that they gave this movie, they just did not execute it right. They didn't plan it right. They all wrong.
If there was one thing about this movie that you could change, what would it be?
The
The
whole
script.
The script.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I think that's my biggest pet with the movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
think that's my
thought
biggest pet.
after the fact that they didn't have that many good reviews for Batman versus Superman, I thought they were supposed to reshoot a lot of this to make it a lot more funnier and enjoyable, and I think they completely fell flat on their faces.
Yes, I agree. I definitely agree. Shit. Well, thank you all. If you're friends with my man on Facebook, I usually tag him in all the reviews so he can tag you guys.
I'm gonna get it. It comes automatically on my phone.
Oh, you got the subscription?
Yeah, I got the
My man. There we go. There we go.
They-
Shameless plug. Thank you.
They better do well in Wonder Woman and Justice League.
What do you think about that Justice League trailer?
I got a feeling, after watching it, I just felt like,
I like the Justice League trailer, but
Okay.
I am really hoping they actually do Aquaman right, which
Okay.
very few things do, because you gotta remember Aquaman was at the level of Superman, if not above it, and a lot of people don't think of that.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, the trailer for this movie looked awesome, and I'm walking out completely disappointed.
I
I
was
love
like-
Harley Quinn, and they did not do her justice at all.
they did miss Green Lantern in the Justice League, so I didn't know what happened to him.
True. I think that's because this guy's playing Deadpool now, so he just said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna scrap it." That's what I think might have just happened.
I'm hoping that the next installment of I'm gonna say Batman and Superman is much better than this. This is bad. Batman and Superman wasn't bad.
I didn't think it was that bad.
It wasn't bad. But if this is a follow up, they really gotta
think so.
revise.
To be honest, I like the Green Lantern better. And I
The
thought
Green
that
Lantern
movie
movie?
was
That was
Yeah, I thought that movie
horrible.
was bad. I thought that
Horrible.
movie was horrible. Oh my Lord, Jesus.
That was horrible.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right.